Well, St. Patty's Day is coming up very shortly, and what's more appropriate for St. Patty's Day than corned beef and potatoes? So today we're going to make some corned beef hash. This is a delicious dish. It's kind of my own twist on it. There's lots of different ways to do it, but I'm going to take you through Mama Babel's Boy technique here. Now, let's start with potatoes. First of all, if you want to really get into how to do the potatoes for this, you can go to Mama Mabel's Boy on YouTube, and you can see how I did hash browns at John Arnofo's world famous silver grill. But I'm going to take you through the basics of it right now. The first thing we do is we steam our potatoes. We don't boil them. So we put them in a colander, put them in a pot, and we steam them. And then after they're steamed, we let them cool off a little bit, and then we peel them. Now look how easy these peel right here. This is a great technique, and notice that I only peeled 4 of the 6 potatoes because I want a little of the skin on a couple of them, so that'll give a little texture and things to our corned beef hash. So then after we've peeled these and things, we put them in the refrigerator overnight and let them cool down, and then we slice them up and we're good to go. And of course here we've got our potatoes that we steamed and peeled yesterday. That's a nice trick. We've got everything ready to go here. We've got green onions, green peppers, butter, garlic, red peppers, one chopped onion, and here, let's talk about corned beef for a minute. I've got some stuff I found in Australia on Amazon. And you know, you could buy corned beef at the store, and or you could buy a brisket and make it yourself. But this oxen palm is really good stuff. And you can buy it on Amazon, and it's a great way of getting a wonderful flavor without going through a lot of the hassle of making your own corned beef or buying one at the deli, which I have not found to be acceptable. I have tried it though. And then we also have sunflower seed oil and some other stuff I found, Colleen's salt and pepper mix. You could just use regular salt and regular pepper, but I have personally found that this Colleen stuff, this mix here, is really out of sight. It's all I use anymore for salt and pepper. And then smoked paprika. This is a must for the corned beef hash that we're going to make here. Now, you could use a skillet and make it in a couple of skillets, but that's really a little hard to do and it gets messy. Now you can freeze this stuff and warm it up and cook it 2 or 3 days later or whatever and put it in a skillet then, but if you try and make this in a skillet, it's just not going to work well. So what I recommend, if you go on Amazon, you can find a nice griddle, believe it or not, Lodge, for $29.95 these days. You should get one of these. You can put that on your oven. In the case here, we have a griddle already on the oven, and so that's going to be good to go. So let's get started here. Step 1, we take our griddle and we put some sunflower oil on that. Get that all smoothed out. And let's get our potatoes on. These nice potatoes that we made here. We're just going to lay them flat on here. You can hear that sizzle. And this recipe is going to make about enough for 4 people. And let's get these leveled out here a little bit so they're all touching the griddle. Boy, hear that sizzle? Isn't that nice? You can maybe chop a few of them up if you want. It's really good to leave these on a long time, you know, probably more like 5 or 6 minutes, and then flip them because we want these to be really nice and crisp. Let's add a little more oil to the top of these here. And then put on some of this Colleen's S&P mix, salt and pepper. And then, of course, smoked paprika. All right, now let's get our green peppers on here. We'll cook all this towards the back. and the red peppers. Nice color here. And the onions. Get this going. Just a little bit of oil on that. And now, some green onions. That nice color right there. Put a little garlic on that. Let's get this in that little slot we made in the middle. So we're getting all that going. Now, while we have this going, let's warm up a little pan here. Let's get some butter in there. And of course, 2 nice eggs. Now here, I'm going to do a little trick. Put just a little bit of water. It's going to steam these eggs a little bit, so just a touch of water, not much. And then put a lid on and get those going. Oh yeah, see how brown these are getting, toasty? Another thing is, notice we're not stirring these potatoes around. We're flipping them. When you stir them around, that tends to mess things up. So we want them to stay nice and close to that griddle, and we do that by flipping, not stirring. Now let's kind of mix all this together. Now you can kind of chop these potatoes up a little if you want to. Boy, look at that, would you? We're just about there, guys. And you can see why a skillet really wouldn't work that good here, because it's just not enough room to move this stuff around right. Let's get some of this on a plate here. Now, let's take our eggs here and get those on here. Take this, a couple of nice pieces of toast here. Look at that, huh? Guys, that's a breakfast right there. And there we got it, guys. Look at that. Isn't that looking good? Corned beef hash for St. Patty's Day. I guarantee you, you're gonna like this. Happy St. Patty's Day. Remember, a clean kitchen is a happy kitchen, and this, pretty much a happy kitchen. Adios and yum yum.